Are you ready to supercharge your goals? Today, I'm going to be diving into 6 ways a one-on-one coach can supercharge your success. Hi, my name's Sandi Glandt. I'm a high-performance productivity coach, wife, mama to 2 very busy boys, and today we are diving in to what it looks like when you work with someone that helps to really supercharge your success. I've been one-on-one coaching now for over 7 to 8 years, and I want to talk a little bit about what some of these wins look like for my clients when they work with me, as well as what my own successes have been in the coaching space when I work with someone that's pushing me towards my goals and how that shifts for me. And I don't know about you, but we all have our own goals, right? Like if you ask someone, what are your top 3 goals? Most people have a good idea what that looks like. However, when you have a coach that you work with, there's certain things that happen. There is a magical component to this where I do want to say it's magical, but it's also very intentional about how you're hitting these goals, and not only how you hit them, but how you get to them way faster than you ever thought possible. So we're going to dive into these 6 ways that working with a one-on-one coach can supercharge your goals. Let's dive in. Number 1 is you're going to experience tailored strategies, very specifically crafted to your personalized plans and goals that you have for yourself. When you work in a group coaching environment, because if you don't know, I have a group coaching program called the High Performance Accelerator Academy. It's more of like an umbrella coaching experience. You're talking on different topics based on themes or the months or the weeks or the content that coach can speak on. But when you're working with someone one-on-one, you are very specifically working on what it is that you want to accomplish. So you have tailored action plans. You know exactly what it is that you're working on because there is a plan in place, right? So having this customized approach is going to be very different than being in a group coaching setting. Again, in a group coaching setting, you might know other people's goals and you're kind of just getting more of an overview of how you can then go personally implement that into your own life. When you work one-on-one with a coach, that tailored experience is exactly what you're going after and what you are looking for. So really, it's individualized strategy that's helping you to optimize how you're getting to that goal. So this week, I have been at the 10X Growth Conference, which Grant Cardone puts on. He's been doing this for 9 years. My husband is the president with the company, and shout out to the amazing 10X team. They put on such an incredible event every single year. But one of the speakers I wanted to mention is Brandon Dawson, and I'm actually going to share some notes that I have with you. I want to share some notes. I'm actually going to pull them up on my phone because this is so important to keep in mind when you are looking at where you want to go with your goals. And I'm going to pull up my notes because one of the things that he said that I loved was you have to be like an owl. And where he was getting at with this was you have to ask a lot of who's, right? Who is doing it? Who's going to be the example? Who's willing to show me? Who can I trust? Who is winning that I can model a strategy after or a system after? Who is willing to get me to where I want to go? So I loved this so much. Again, these were in all of the notes that I was taking. This is one of the big things that stuck out for me because I think that as professionals, we don't, and actually this was in my notes as well, we don't allow ourselves to be coachable. We think we have all the solutions. We think we have all the answers to everything. But at the end of the day, there are other people who might be just a little bit ahead of us who could give us the solutions, the skills, the strategies, the insight into how to navigate it in maybe an easier way, maybe a way that gets us there a little bit more streamlined, a little bit faster to navigate around the pitfalls, to navigate around the detours, because they have the experience. So that's what you get when you work with someone in this tailored experience. You're getting that individualized attention and support. And by the way, this is something that also, I'm going to drop some of the gems from this conference in this episode, because I think it's really important, number one, to be getting in these rooms, and number two, it really applies to today's conversation. But what they said was, along the same lines of asking the who, you got to be coachable. Because if you're not coachable, you just think you know it all, and then you just keep running into the same problems. So that is what I want to challenge you with is, are you getting the results that you want? And if not, are you humble enough to take a step back and say, who do I need to align with to get to where I want to go, to have the goal, to get to the goal, to get to the solution of where I'm going? So number one is tailored strategies. The second way that having a one-on-one coach super your goals is they act as an accountability partner. So when my clients work with me, not only do they have access to me on our calls, but they also have access to me in between our calls. So what does that mean? Email, messenger. There's a lot of content that we go through when it comes to that 1 hour coaching session. So if they need clarity, if they need context, if they just have questions about how to continue what we spoke about on those calls, that's what that built-in accountability and support is there for. And regular check-ins, right? Like, it's so easy to be held accountable on one call, but when you repeatedly have to show up and deliver and perform, it's really good to know that someone is there in your corner, that they're going to hold you accountable, right? Because it's just like a coach in the gym. A coach in the gym is going to hold you accountable to do the extra rep, to get yourself there in the first place. It's the same thing when you work with a one-on-one coach in this space. It's allowing you also to get feedback on where you're at. So a lot of times I'll work with my clients and we're talking about what they've kind of experienced from one call to the next and kind of everything in between. And through those calls, through that time together that we're kind of working through what they're experiencing and how we move on in from that point to the next call, there's a lot of feedback that's happening. And again, this is personalized feedback based on exactly what that person, that client and I are working on. So know that if you're not growing, I hate to say it like this, but if you're not growing, you're dying. Right? If you're not growing, you're not just staying stagnant. You are literally, you have an option every day. And actually, going back to my notes, it was John Maxwell who said, get better every single day. Every day, ask yourself, how can I separate myself from everyone else? How can you separate yourself from the pack, from the rest of the people in your industry? Like, wow, what a great question to ask yourself, right? From the John Maxwell, like kind of shedding that knowledge on like, how do I separate myself from the pack, from my industry, so I stand out? So I stand out personally, professionally, to my clients, to the others in my space. That's a huge question to ask yourself. And we should all continue to ask ourselves that every single day. Again, having the feedback to be able to have someone be that mirror for you to say, these are the things that I see you going through. Let's course correct, work through it as we go through the calls or the sessions or the months or the years. I mean, I have clients who have been with me for over 6 years in my programs, one-on-one, group coaching sessions, a little bit of everything, because they get results. And when something works, you stick with it. So my point here, the accountability piece of this, it takes a very, very strong-willed person to be able to hold themselves accountable all day, every day. Because we all have our Achilles heel. We all have that, thing, whatever it is for you, that you're like, I'm going to let myself slide there. The accountability partner is going to do just that. And that's also what you get when you have someone that you work one-on-one with. They are able to monitor your progress, help you course correct, and be able to check in with you regularly so you're always progressing. The third way that working with a coach, a mentor, is going to supercharge your goals and your success is by leveraging that expert guidance, by leveraging years of experience to navigate challenges, the challenges that you're probably going through that they've already experienced. And the really cool thing with this is that you get to benefit from their experience, their wisdom, without necessarily having to go through the same, like we mentioned, pitfalls, detours, roadblocks that they probably went through. So you get to tap into this kind of next level of expertise where when you navigate challenges, it's going to look a little bit different because now you almost get this like bird's eye view where you have someone helping to be that GPS for you, helping to navigate you around the blocks and the barriers and the pitfalls. So as you're using that expert guidance, I think that it's really important that number one, you show up and you're vulnerable. You show up and you express and you share what it is that you're experiencing, because and I'll tell you this from like just personal experience with the clients that I work with, like the coach or the mentor that you're working with is there to do just that, to coach you, to mentor you, right? So like I tell my clients every call, we should be moving forward. However, we're also going to be able to look at what it is that you're doing. And like I mentioned before, course correct. So bringing those things up, the challenges that you're going through, that's part of the mentoring coaching process. You want to be able to get that advice where you can now make better informed decisions for your business, for your family, for yourself, for your health, for whatever it is, right? That's the whole reason why the expedited process gets to go into place, because now you have knowledge, information you otherwise wouldn't have. And I also want to say something about this too, that, when you work with someone that is in a space that you really love, maybe it's their energy, it's the knowledge, you're getting proximity, all of these things, just know that that is the time to really be able to take advantage of working with someone in a one-on-one capacity where you get to be at that level. And at that level means like you are working to get there faster. So take advantage of that time. Take advantage of, being able to have that proximity to ask questions. Like my clients can come to me. It doesn't matter what it is. There's no wrong questions. There's no dumb questions. If you're going through something and experiencing it, utilize that precious time that you have with that person to ask whatever it is that you need, because that's what that time is meant for. And one of the things that, again, John Maxwell said at the conference was price weeds out the players from the pretenders. So those that are just pretending to dabble in their space or aren't serious about it, the price will weed out those that are in it to win it, the players from the pretenders. He also said nobody ever coasted to a desired destination, meaning there was a very clear action plan on how to get there. You're not going to just all of a sudden wake up and be at your goal. There's no way. There's nobody in the history of time that ever just coasted their way to a goal. Never happens, right? It has always been very clear and strategic on how they've gotten there. And then, as I mentioned a few times already, John Maxwell also mentioned you've got to be coachable. So if you're going to show up in the space of being in a mentorship-mentee relationship, be coachable, be willing to be open and humble and receiving enough to say, let me just hear and apply what I'm being shared or told so you can take that and use it to your advantage. Okay, so the next benefit, the fourth benefit of a one-on-one coach to help you to skyrocket your success is you get to unleash this massive potential. Identifying and maximizing your strengths is something that a good coach will do. When you're working with someone that can really look at where are the strengths, where are the weaknesses, and let's help maximize the strengths and build the weaknesses. Your coach, your mentor is going to help you identify your unique strengths, your unique talents and qualities, and unlock that potential in you. And when you leverage those strengths, what I have to say, what I love so much about, the space and how you get to help others kind of uncover this is most times as the coach, when I'm working with a client, it's so close to them that the client can't even see typically what a coach would see, what a mentor would see, because you're so close to it. It's hard to see, right? Like if you were to take something, this is a card, someone wrote me this beautiful handwritten card. If I were to take this and put it so close to my face, I couldn't see what it said. The reverse would be if it's so far away, right? For me, I wouldn't be able to read what it said. But when you can get someone that's just close enough, but not too far, that can have a good read on exactly what it is that you want, what's actually going on, and be there to help guide you, coach you, steer you in the direction of where you want to go, that's the perfect measure, that's the perfect balance of being able to focus on where you want to go, what you want to build, what you want to develop. And typically, most times in the mentoring space, most people that are being mentored, they can't see it because they're too close, right? And then other people that aren't, close enough to them, they just don't understand. So you have to be that proximity. You have to be not too far, but not super close and in it, to really unlock what are those things? What is that untapped potential that you might not even be seeing? And that is something that you cannot put a price tag on that. You cannot put a price tag on the fact that you are going to unlock so many opportunities, so much potential between what you want to achieve, what your goals are, and the things that you might not even be able to see from your position that a mentor, a coach is going to be able to do for you. So that alone, unlocking that next level of potential or goals, is something that every single person should have someone that can do this for them, right? That is like cheerleader, mentor, guidance, not guidance counselor, but guide, right? To be able to get you there, because it's very hard to be clear and have that clarity when you're in the thick of it. And that's what a mentor does. They help to give you clarity, to give you support, to give you really the leverage and the visibility into how you're supposed to, or how you could potentially navigate opportunities that you might not be able to see yet. The fifth way that working with a one-on-one coach is going to supercharge your goals is by overcoming limiting beliefs. Now, look, I don't care who you are. Every single person at one time or another has had a limiting belief, has had a time where you might doubt yourself, has had a time where you don't know if you are able to push through, get through, or you just need that extra little boost in confidence. For someone to say that you can do this, you can get through these challenges. That is what a coach, that is what a great mentor will do. Because even if there's a moment when you don't believe in yourself, this person will. And they will help you to see, they will help you to uncover what those gems are and look at challenges as opportunities to be able to push through the noise and the clutter of whatever it is that you're going through, to help you to navigate the highs, the lows, the challenges. This is why I believe every single person should have a mentor, a coach, someone that is in their corner that can help to navigate them, help to be a little bit of this mindset mastery to overcome these limiting beliefs. This is the thing that will help to transform your attitude, your outlook, the way that you show up, right? So this mindset piece is going to be the key that unlocks all these other levels that you're not quite sure if you can do. And again, there's going to be times when you have doubt, when you have fear, when you have uncertainty. And having someone in your corner that has kind of been in it with you. Again, I have clients that I've worked with for over 6 years. I have been with them through the growth, through the hurdles, the trials, the tribulations. And when you have someone that can kind of be on that team with you and help you to overcome those limiting beliefs, that is so powerful. That is such a powerful way to be able to show up and have that support. So the mindset piece is so massive when it comes to having a mentor and being able to unlock that next level for your own success. And then finally, before we dive into tip number 6, if you are loving this content, I would love for you to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, because once you're subscribed, you will be the first to know about all of the new content that is coming out on this channel. Everything from systems to strategies to being able to show up as the wife, the mother, the woman that you want to be able to have it all. Because I truly believe, without a doubt, we can have it all. It's just the way that we look at life, how we show up, and how we prioritize the things that matter most to us. So if you believe that too, and you're like, Sandi, I believe it, or I want to believe it, or I want to get on board with it, smash that subscribe button, because this is the place you want to be, to have that support, to have the systems, and to have the community. You're going to get the updates. You will be the first to know. So smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be the first to know all the updates in the Slay Your Day community. All right, the final piece of how a one-on-one coach, mentor can supercharge your success, and we've been talking about this all along, is the accelerated growth. The accelerated growth to your dreams, to your goals, achieving more in less time, right? With the proven techniques, with the proven strategies. What I love so much is when I share these techniques and strategies and systems with my clients, and they come back and they tell me, Sandi, I have more time for my family. I have more time for myself or with my husband. I have had clients of mine, I've had their husbands reach out to me to write me thank you letters, because they're like, oh my gosh, I got my wife back. She's feeling like herself again. She has time for herself. We have amazing date nights and we have amazing time together because you've been able to help her streamline the process and the systems. You guys, you don't have to go at it alone. The whole point in having a mentor is for someone to be there in your corner, all of these ways, all of these tips that we're talking about, to help accelerate your growth. So your coach, your mentor, is there to help share these proven techniques with you, right? To help with the strategies to accelerate your growth, whether that's in business, whether that's personally. Because again, as that's being accelerated for you, you now almost get like the fast pass. Like when you go to Disney and you get the fast pass, it's like the fast pass at Disney, but for life. You guys, like, sign me up. Sign me up. I know what it costs at Disney, but sign me up for that in life. Like, yes, all day long. So if that is you and you want that accelerated growth, you want to be able to unlock that unlimited potential. You want to unlock the mind mastery, right? Like the mindset piece, the unlimited kind of like potential of what you want to build and go to that next level, the guidance, all these things that we're talking about. You've got to get in the rooms and you've got to pay to play. It's exactly what John Maxwell was talking about. You've got to pay to play. And the players, what did he say? Let's go back to it. Price weeds out the players from the pretenders. So which one are you? Which one do you want to be? The player or the pretender? So I would love for you to tap into this Slay Your Day community, whether that's working with me one-on-one, whether that's coming into the group coaching capacity, but you've got to get yourself in the rooms. Get yourself in the rooms where you're having these conversations of the accelerated growth, of being able to implement ways and tips and hacks that are proven to help fast track your success. If it has been proven and it works for many people where they've taken a very set system or strategy, why not you? Why not you? Why not be able to take these strategies and implement them into your own life that help to make things so much easier and go more smoothly and give you that predictability, right? I love predictability in my life where I can say, I know that things are going to go this way. Look, you've got to be flexible. But at the end of the day, I also like to know that within my business, that there's predictability because I'm saying where it's going. I'm in control. Do you want to be in control of your destiny? Do you want to be in charge of your goals and where you're going? Get yourself in the rooms, get yourself a mentor or a coach, someone that is going to help you to accelerate this growth. I would be so honored for you to join the Slay Your Day community in the High Performance Accelerator Academy or working with me one-on-one. I'm going to drop my email here in the description below. It's Sandra@sandraglandt.com. We'll put it here across the screen, and you can reach out to me if you want to get on a one-on-one discovery call to talk about what working with me over the next 6 to 12 months would look like and how this is going to accelerate your growth. Get in the room, ask the questions, have the conversations, get in the room where the growth is happening, where the conversations are happening. I am so excited to connect with you. I get so excited for the clients that I work with because they start getting excited about their growth. They start getting excited about where they're going, what they're building and doing. And again, not just in their business, but for their families, for themselves, for their own health and self-care. All of these things are so important. And if I can have it, you can have it too. We can all have it. It's there. The key is hanging there. You got to just grab it, take it, unlock it. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Again, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Go out and slay your day.